Alright, it's time to find out what my Survivor Fusion card is gonna be. This is the first one I'm getting. I'm hoping it's a good one. What's up, my peeps? I'm back on SuperCard, or back to posting up a video of SuperCard, because I haven't been away from SuperCard in the actual game, actually. I haven't missed a day in the login bonus in a very, very long time. So anyways, let's go ahead and play some Road to Glory. I'm currently on Team Ambrose, just because usually in single Road to Glory, I take my time. I know a lot of people tend to go really fast and get the card as quick as possible, and that's probably the best way to go about it, because then you've got, the rest of the weekend free. But me, I just tend to take things, or wait for things to the very last minute, whatever. Okay, so let's go with AJ Styles and Finn Balor here. So anyways, there's a lot to talk about. First off, big announcement right off the bat. Team Deagle is no longer a Team PCC team. So while, we did play PCC in the past, and, I did get, the last time we did try, we got top 5. The thing is, PCC is just something I don't enjoy playing, and I know that a lot of the original members felt the same way. It just wasn't. It took up a lot of time, a lot of money, and while, a lot of the members were willing to go ahead and get 4K points and above in the mode, it just wasn't enjoyable to a lot of them, and myself included. You guys saw me in the Rock versus, what was it? Rock versus who? Austin, right? I think it was Rock versus Austin. PCC, where I got 7K points. Yeah, that's cool. That's a lot of points, but at the same time, that takes so much time. You've got to spend both Monday and Tuesday barely taking any breaks at all and just playing with title matches the entire time. To me, it's just not an enjoyable thing, and when you really think about it, I was like, I just don't think it's worth it, because you only get, hold on just a second, tag team match. If you get top 5, you get 2 WrestleMania cards. They're not event cards, they're just 2 WrestleMania cards. And then, if you don't get top 5, then you just get 1 WrestleMania card. But you've got to spend so much time getting those points, when it's just so much easier to get a WrestleMania card from every other event, whether it's normal PCC, Road to Glory, Team Road to Glory, Ring Domination. And then PCC all of a sudden just increases the difficulty or the time needed to get that WrestleMania card by like 10 times. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go ahead and play something that I don't enjoy doing. And I made the decision to no longer play Team PCC. So now Team PCC days are going to be pretty chill, because it's going to be a free day, an off day. And yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So with that comes another announcement, and that is that Team Deagle is now looking for 3 members that are WrestleMania Plus or above. If you do want to apply, just go ahead, click on the Twitter link in the description box, and send me a screenshot of your deck and also a screenshot of your past Road to Glory points, Team Road to Glory points, and Ring Domination if you have those as well. The thing is, when we played Team PCC, I had to basically, I guess, refuse, or no, what's the word I'm looking for? Pass on so many, players that were really good in Team Road to Glory and Team Ring Domination, but maybe didn't play PCC, didn't like PCC, or couldn't get 4K and above. I had to pass up on a lot of those players just because, hey, they couldn't get that 4K and above in Team PCC, but on the other hand, they were really good in Road to Glory and Ring Domination. So now that PCC is out the way, at least for Team Deagle, I can go ahead and, get players that are really good in the 2 other modes. I hope that one day they do introduce a new team event that's, maybe competition-based, where you can actually compete against the other players, but doesn't require as much time as Team PCC, where I can actually maybe take some breaks, It's just, Team PCC, to me, takes up so much time, and I'd rather use that time doing some other things, especially because the rewards, to me, don't justify, the amount of time you need to go ahead and sacrifice for that mode. Okay, so let's just go ahead and play against Scorpion right here. And by the way, guys, I don't know, did you guys see the Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy segment on TNA? They posted up on their YouTube channel. If you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check it out, man. That is that might just be the cringiest wrestling segment I've ever seen on TV. I haven't watched TNA on a regular basis in years, but I tend to go ahead and, I want to keep up. Like, I want to see what's going on in TNA, so I tend to go on their YouTube page and check out what's going on in TNA right now. The clips, by the way, nowadays that they posted up on their page are really short. Like, they used to post up, decently long clips, kind of like WWE does on their YouTube page from Raw, SmackDown, whatever. Now their clips are so short. But anyways, this Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy video is so bad and cringy. I'm like, yo, did TNA really, what happened, TNA? I remember at some point I actually enjoyed watching TNA more than the WWE. I looked forward to Impact more than I did Raw or SmackDown. But now, I like TNA. Ever since they introduced the Aces and Eights, TNA just went downhill. That's when I stopped watching. They introduced Aces and Eights. To me, that was like one of the most boring wrestling factions ever. And then it just started going downhill, and got worse and worse. And this segment, like I said, is one of the worst segments I've ever seen. Like, it looks like it just looks very, I don't know if is it a word, amateurish? It looks very like something an amateur would do. Anyways, let's go with John Cena and Sami Zayn. If you haven't checked it out, I'll post a link to that segment in the description box. And also, Matt Hardy has this new gimmick, and with this new gimmick, he's talking like with this brand new accent, and that also seems just so fake. It's just bad. Anyways, moving on. Randy and Shawn Michaels right here, and what's it gonna be next? A power match: Roman Reigns versus Finn. And what's going to be next, by the way, during this Road to Glory, I have a single survivor, Natalya, that I've got in here. She's in here because I'm training her, and I've also got the WrestleMania event Seth Rollins in here because I'm also training him as well. Okay, so let's just go through the picks here. I'm glad this wasn't a perfect match, so that way I get 6 picks. Okay, well, we reached the card limit anyways. I was going to say I'm glad this isn't a perfect match because I get 6 picks instead of 7, so I reached the card limit, less quick, but I just reached it right now. So anyways, let's go ahead and go to Legendary, because I've got some Legendary cards here, one Legendary card that I could train, actually 2, okay, so The Miz and, I don't know, we're just going to go ahead and train Bayley here. Let's go with the Uncommons, and there we go, and then let's go with the commons: Randy, Natalya, The Miz, Fandango, Victor, and Rosa Mendez. Speaking of Fandango, kind of the reason why I'm reminded of Camp WWE while looking at that Fandango card is because of the latest episode where Mr. McMahon gets woken up by an alarm with Fandango on it, Fandango's theme song. The latest episode to me was the best one. I thought it was pretty damn funny. I love the way they portrayed Bray Wyatt. Like, Bray is somebody that I could see people, if they see him on TV for the first time, maybe somebody who doesn't watch wrestling, they'd be like, oh, this guy looks dirty. And so, the way they portrayed him on Camp WWE, to me, is just perfect. Okay, so let's go with Nakamura. By the way, if you guys haven't been watching Camp WWE, it's really good. The first episode to me wasn't that funny, but I was reminded of the Edge and Christian show, where I also thought the first episode of Edge and Christian wasn't all that funny. But I was like, you know what, let me just give this a chance, let me watch, the following episodes, and then I thought Edge and Christian show got better, and I ended up watching every single episode. And Camp WWE, same thing, I, was reminded that, hey, Edge and Christian wasn't all that great in my opinion the first episode, so even though the first episode of Camp WWE to me wasn't that funny, let me go ahead and watch the rest. It was awesome. Okay, so let's go with Ambrose right here. But I hear that this was the season finale, which I hope it isn't, but I'm thinking it is. because why else would people be talking about it like it's the season finale? So I hope they do bring it back. I hope there's another season. Just like when Swerve ended, I was pretty disappointed. I was one of the people that actually did like the Swerve show, and I'm glad that that's coming back. Apparently they're going to put out all the episodes of the new season 2 on the same day, so you're going to be able to watch them one right after the other, every single one, until, you're done watching all of them. Okay, so round 3, what's it going to be? Okay, solo match speed, I'm going to go with Ric Flair, simply because he doesn't tag with anybody else. Okay, there we go. And then for the Divas match, we're going to go with Natalya. Now, after this video, after I'm done playing with Road to Glory, you guys will see what my Survivor Fusion was. I got my Survivor Fusion, my first Survivor Fusion today. Like, it was about an hour ago or so. So you guys will check that out then. Or actually, a little over an hour. Okay, so Daniel Bryan versus Stardust. And you guys will be able to find out if I went back to the old season 1 ways where I kept on getting Roman Reigns after Roman Reigns after Roman Reigns. Am I gonna get Roman Reigns once again this time? Well, stay tuned till the end of the video. Okay, let's go with Emma, and also on top of that, of course, I'll be showing you guys the top teams for both Ring Domination and Road to Glory. Okay, speaking of Ring Domination and Road to Glory, don't forget, if you do want to apply into your WrestleMania Plus and above, hit me up on Twitter, not on YouTube. The reason why, anyways, is because I pretty much require my members to have Twitter, because that's where we talk. We don't use the usual game chat, we use Twitter. We actually have a group DM. That's how most Team Deagles operate anyways. They have a group DM where they talk on Twitter instead of the game chat. The game chat is really limiting, and also on top of that, it censors a lot of words, and sometimes the words you're trying to say aren't really curse words, so yeah. Okay, so Sin Cara, and we've got one more match right here, so let's play this match against Tyler. So Tyler versus Deagle, and right here, I put my Seth Rollins card on the WrestleMania event, Seth Rollins, but I think I'll switch it back to Seth Rollins on the Legendary Pro card. I still prefer the Legendary Pro background to the compared to the other backgrounds. Okay, and speaking of Legendary Pros, I'm facing off against a Legendary Pro Seth Rollins right there. Okay, tag team match. Shawn Michaels and Daniel Bryan versus Stardust and Kofi Kingston. Okay, moving on. And then we're going to go with Seth Rollins on this one. Seth Rollins versus The Undertaker. Now, since I don't do Raw reviews anymore, I'd like to talk about Raw just a bit. And AJ Styles turning heel on John Cena. Okay, I didn't see AJ Styles turning heel, I guess, on Raw, especially after he told the club that they wanted to go their own way, and I actually thought that they were going to go along with that and go their own ways, so that came as a surprise there, but it just seems like they turned everybody heel to face off against John Cena. Like, if John Cena needs a new opponent, alright, we've got this guy, let's turn him heel and have him face off against John Cena. But the thing is, the thing that worries me, I guess, in terms of AJ Styles scoring some wins over John Cena as a heel, is that heels against John Cena don't usually tend to fare really well. They might win a match, but at the end of the day, John Cena's gonna end up winning. I think the only case where I remember John Cena losing a feud against a heel was against Edge. I think that's like the only time. I think at least that's the only time I remember John Cena ending the feud with a loss. I'm not talking about John Cena losing a match in the feud. That's fine. That happens. But as far as, this is the last match of the feud, and John Cena loses against the heel, the only time I remember that taking place is when he faced off against Edge in that last man standing match where Big Show threw him through that electric thing and that blew up and everything. Okay, so Shinsuke versus Neville, and by the way, AJ Styles versus John Cena was just announced for Money in the Bank, so that's official. It's going to be AJ versus John Cena. I'm looking forward to the match. I'm sure the match is going to be a great match, but I don't know if AJ is going to pick up the win here. Are they going to go Kevin Owens style, where AJ wins the first match and then loses the rest, or maybe John Cena wins the first one, and then AJ picks up the win in maybe the second match, because I think it's going to go on for 2 or 3 pay-per-views. It's not just going to be a one-off match, and it's probably going to be Money in the Bank, Battleground, and maybe SummerSlam as well, where they end it. Anyways, 3 minutes for the Dean Ambrose card. I'm not going to go ahead and wait for that. Currently, I was going to say currently I'm waiting on my Uncommon Fusion, but it looks like it's ready. So let's go ahead and see what the Uncommon Fusion is. Hopefully it's a good card or good picture, because that's really what I'm concerned about. Well, I'm not really concerned about it, but it's Cameron. Can't really use that, because I don't have a good Cameron card, so it's not like I'm going to use this picture. So anyways, let's go ahead. Actually, you know what? I want to see something here. I want to see if I could actually skip ahead. Probably not. Let's see if I can go to Survivor. Okay, no, never mind. Okay, so I was going to see if I could go ahead and use the Survivor Fusion that I just got in the Fusion Chamber to get a new Survivor Fusion. Maybe they'd be like, hey, okay, you can go ahead and put in a Survivor Fusion instead of a WrestleMania one. But no, as expected. Okay, so we're going to put Cameron right here. And we're going to go ahead to the commons. Actually, no, we should go to the uncommons, because if I just go commons, it's going to be hard to fill the points requirements. Okay, Archuv, Kalisto. Okay, I'm going to have to go with a rare. Do I have a rare? Okay, we've got this one. Okay, let's replace Cesaro with, hold on just a second, enhancements. Okay, so we're going to go at it like this. Okay, so there we go, activates, and that is our Fusion Chamber recipe for a rare fusion. And that's going to take 2 hours and a half. Well, 2 hours and a half. Okay, so that's it for that. And it's time for me to show you guys what I got as my Survivor Fusion. And after that, I'm going to show you guys the top teams for Team Ring Domination and also Team Road to Glory. I don't know if this is going to be Season 1, where I'm getting Roman Reigns after Roman Reigns after Roman Reigns. We'll see, let's go. Okay, so who's it going to be? And it is Seth Rollins. Alright, not a bad card. It's not the best Survivor Fusion. The best one I'm pretty sure is Roman Reigns, but it's not the worst either. It's definitely not the worst. I think this might be the second best or third best. I don't know, but it's not the worst. I do kind of wish it was the Vince McMahon support card, but the chances of me getting that on my first try weren't very likely. Anyways, pretty happy about this. Actually, I'm actually really happy about this, because now I can go ahead and try out my picture of Seth Rollins with the championship on this one, and that might look pretty cool. Okay, now as far as how we did in Ring Domination, here's the points. So Andy got 42 shards, Taco got 35, I got 25, Rock got 20, and D-Ray got 17. Some people might see this and might be like, hey, why is there a Survivor and Epic in your team? That's because this was Ring Domination, so we helped a couple people out. Actually, these people were second accounts of former members, current members, and also family members of current members. So for those of you who think because of this means we're accepting Legendary and this and that, no, we're still accepting just WrestleMania Plus and above. Okay, moving on. Alright, now let's go ahead to the top teams. I apologize though, I thought I had the Team Road to Glory points for the Dean Ambrose one, but apparently I didn't. But to let you guys know, Team Deagle X ranked number 1, Team Deagle Apex ranked number 2, and got the actual WrestleMania card, WrestleMania Ambrose, for the first time, so that was cool. And number 3 was Team Deagle 420. So this time around, once again, Team Deagle X for Ring Domination this time got the number 1 spot. So Ross got 25 shards. Now, these are the shards for X right after they got the main card, the WrestleMania card, so Tyler Breeze. So anyways, Ross got 25 shards, Wancho got 12, ALM got 10, Simon got 9, and Justin also got 9 shards. And at number 2, we've got Apex, once again with Jonathan taking the lead, 37 shards, Dennis 31, PCP 27, it's 25, and Marcus 18. And for number 3, it's Team Deagle 420. So here's their points. Mark got the most shards, 33 shards, Josh 27, Faisal 27, Rohan 21, and Dean Ambrose 19. Alright, so that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, you can click the like button down below. And with that said, actually, let me know what you got as your Survivor Fusion. What did you get? I'm curious. Did some of you get Vince McMahon? That's the one I want the most. I want that more than any of the other cards. And then after Vince McMahon, I'd like to have one of the Pro Divas. So yeah, let me know what you got as your Survivor Fusion. If you liked the video, like the video. And I'm out. See ya.